Hi everyone, welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV and welcome to a new episode of Round the Corner. Round the corner for Chelsea is Nottingham Forest at home on Sunday, Stamford Bridge. It's our fourth home game in a row and hopefully 4 home wins in a row after Forest, because what a run of games it has been. We've really been keeping up the momentum, scoring goals. Yes, we've been conceding and we'll talk about defence shortly, but we really have been able to grind out our results with a good goal difference as well, and yeah, look really promising. So absolutely thrilled with what's going on right now with Enzo Maresca. But will it sound wild to you if I tell you that Nottingham Forest, out of these games that we've now played, probably worries me the most? Because, and I'll explain why, Nottingham Forest are that team that, you know, they often do sit back like they did last season when we played them. And I mean, what gives me confidence now is that we've got a lot more creativity and a lot more players that can break down a low block. You know, we can perhaps score more goals, but they are also the team I look at and think, oh, you know, if we are not scoring goals and not outscoring them, then they could really trouble us. They beat Liverpool this season, which is probably their biggest achievement. They've been drawing here and there, some defeats, some wins, but overall I think they'll be coming to Stamford Bridge trying to trouble us. Now, again, I'm trying not to get into this pattern where I'm becoming too overly confident going into every game saying, oh, we're going to win. And again, of course, it's great if we do, and it will really mean a lot to end this home run with another win. But I think with Nottingham Forest is we're going to have to really finish our chances, which we've shown we're able to do, unlike last season at home when we lost 1-0 there. And it was, again, equally contested when we played them away 3-2, 1. I think Enzo, 3-2. I think Enzo scored 2 goals, but yeah, positive game overall it was in the end. But Forest are that team I just look at a little bit like, oh, they could have something up their sleeve. But hopefully not. And this is another win for Chelsea. And I will say this, I think that we'll see pretty much the same lineup as we've been seeing at the weekends. Obviously, there's the B team that's been playing Thursdays and the one that beat Ghent 4-2 on Thursday. And now we will see our kind of strongest, if you like to say, starting 11 again on Sunday, which is great because they've had a week's rest. They've been able to recover. They've been able to reset their strength and everything. Enzo Maresca's reassured us that there are no injuries, touch wood, apart from obviously Reece James, unfortunately. But the fact that, you know, we're able to stay fit, the fact that we're able to keep out of the medical room as much as we were last season is a really, really positive thing that we can celebrate. So yeah, I think we'll set up again how we've seen. So Sanchez obviously in goal, regardless of how much insecurity there is there with Robert Sanchez. And for those of you who have been watching some of my videos, I said last year, even against Nottingham Forest, that I just didn't think Robert Sanchez was good enough. And, you know, when we were going into that game, we'd drawn, I think, to Bournemouth, or did we draw to Bournemouth after? Then we lost to Aston Villa, where I think Malagusto got sent off, and then it was just a bit of a really deflating run. And I think that's when we realised that things are just going downhill, and maybe we're in for another struggling season. So I think that, you know, it will be really important to see how Sanchez copes, if he can really improve this like habit of making silly errors that can be avoided, because he's brilliant at shot stopping. I think he has shown that, but equally it's the simple things that he gets wrong sometimes, and playing out the back often obviously leads to opposition pressing, etc. But I think that he needs to be a little bit more what's the word, just careful in general. So Robert Sanchez obviously in goal, Malagusto will start as right back. Great to have a full back on the pitch, and Cole, of course, will be paired with Wesley Fofana at the back. I'm still quite apprehensive about Wesley Fofana, in all honesty. I'd like to see more. I think a lot of people have said that he's our best defender, but I just want to see a little bit more in a Chelsea shirt from him. Colwell, I think, has improved massively. He's got such a good pass on him. You know, he can be involved in a build-up as well when he plays his long balls forward. I just think that he is a really special player, and someone that's definitely come a long way in terms of improvement. So again, props to Levi Cole. Again, guys, sorry if I sound really monotone today, but I can feel like a cold coming and my voice going, and I'm going to the Nottingham Forest game tomorrow, and I know that I will have no voice by the end of that game. So I'm just trying to preserve it as much as I can. But yeah, anyways, that aside, it's because winter's coming in the UK. But anyways, I've just gone down a rabbit hole there. But yeah, back to Nottingham Forest. So of course, left back Marco Correa, he solidified that spot for himself, and Enzo and Caicedo will start in front of that back line. I think with Enzo there's been a lot of criticism lately, but I think he is a player that is certainly growing into it. Maybe hasn't improved as much as Caicedo if you look at the whole kind of duration of his time at Chelsea, but there's still certainly something to be trusted there. I think a lot of his work kind of goes under the radar as well a little bit, but I'm really hoping that Enzo, like he was against Nottingham Forest last year, very involved, and we can just praise him at the end of it. Caicedo, again, I think we're all in unanimous agreement that he's really improved, that he's becoming a much better version of himself, a much better player, more comfortable in midfield. So hopefully he can just continue doing that. And then, of course, coming up to the exciting part of all the wealth of talent we have at the top of our pitch, it is, of course, going to be Cole Palmer, Jadon Sancho, Madueke and Nicholas Jackson. That's just what I think he's going to go for, and it's been working. Those players have been combining for goals, they've been scoring goals, assists, and Cole Palmer, I mean, against Brighton, 4 goals inside 1 half. What a player. Need I say more? If he can continue that on, then we're in for an absolutely records breaking season with him, I think, for sure. But yeah, really happy with what's going on up front. Nico Jackson leading the line as well. I think his confidence is rising by the day. He's getting so much better, his decision making's getting better, and I just think his overall game has really improved. So look at me, guys, talking praise and saying good things about all these players, but it's deserved. I just don't want to get into this I mean, look, we are getting comfortable, aren't we? We're seeing that we're able to win games, grind out results, but I think there's still that little voice inside my head that's saying that, you know, the tough run is still yet to come. It's great that we get to enjoy these wins, and we know that we need to work on things like our defence. You know, it's not all going to be pretty flowers and roses, so we know that there's areas to work on, but equally there's nothing wrong with having a little bit more self-esteem, a little bit more belief, because we've really brought that to the players at Stamford Bridge as well. The atmosphere has been so much better. These last 3 games we've replicated the atmosphere as much as we can, from like Wolves away and Bournemouth away, etc. So yeah, I mean, so far so good, guys, but I'm really happy. Hopefully you guys are feeling confident about this one. Let us know your score predictions in the comments down below. Maybe he's going to be on the score sheet as well. Callum Hudson-Odoi probably comes back into this one, and I remember reading something that he said that he has a lot of respect for Chelsea fans. He loves to score, doesn't he? Hopefully we don't see a signature Hudson-Odoi goal, but yeah, I'm just expecting us to turn up, play our football, again, be really calm, composed, break Nottingham Forest down if they sit back on us, and hopefully win the game that we lost at Stamford Bridge last year against them. But yes, guys, if you're not subscribed to Chelsea Fan TV, then make sure you subscribe, hit the like button on the video, comment your thoughts down below, and we will see you in the next one. Up the Chelsea.